When the Boston Bruins started winning Stanley Cups again in the 1970s after several years in the wilderness, I think this guy was the most proud of the former Bruins, the Bruins alumni, that they made it. He was only 42 in 1970, but he was not too far removed from the Bruins because he was helping out with the team on in several categories. Now, Ed Sandford, former captain of the Bruins, was born in what was part of Etobicoke, or affiliated with Etobicoke, New Toronto, Ontario. Now, this is a very prestigious neighborhood in what is now Toronto. It was amalgamated with the big city, and the people there are well known for their dedication and excellence in hockey. So we're going to talk about Ed's career in that Toronto system and talk about how he's given back to the Bruins through the years. It's quite interesting, actually. Now, he played most of his career again with the Bruins of the NHL until one of the biggest trades ever in NHL history sent him away from Beantown. Now, born August 20th, 1928, 6'1", 180, very, very strong left winger. He played his junior hockey for the St. Mike's Majors program, leading his team to the Memorial Cup playoffs in 46 and 47. Now, before that, he played with the St. Mike's Buzzers, a Big Ten junior B-side in 44 and 45. Now, he put up some dynamite numbers in 47, would have been drafted probably top first rounder, 67 points in 27 games in the regular season, and 14 points, including 12 goals in 9 playoff games. Memorial Cup, 28 points in 10 games. Now, 48 saw him come back to hockey, and it was with the Boston Bruins. And overall, he got big recognition because that 47 run to the Memorial Cup was their third title, and probably the capper on the St. Mike's program in what I call the post-war years. Now, for his efforts in the Memorial Cup tournament, he was awarded the Red Tilson's Trophy as the OHA's most valuable player for the regular season and the playoffs. So again, the number one player in the OHA coming out. Now, when he was signed by the Bruins in 47, he had some a really strong start with the squad. 25 points in 59 games in 48, and then 36 points in 56 games in 49. Now, 1950 was a washout due to different factors, injuries and otherwise. Only one goal in 19 games. 51 got back to his scoring touch. 23 points in 51 games, including 10 goals. 52, 25 points in 65 games. Now, 53 was an interesting campaign, ladies and gentlemen. 35 points in the regular season, including 60 in 61 games. But known as a money player when the chips were on the line. If the NHL had looked back at the non-Conn Smythe awarded years, I think from 1927 on, and according to their stats or computer projections, he should have won the Conn Smythe in 1953. He had 11 points in 11 games, including 8 goals, and drove his opponents nuts, especially in the final round, which Boston, of course, lost to Detroit. Now, Boston, 47 points, a career year next season, 16 goals, only 1 assist in 3 playoff games. In 1955, his last full season with the Bruins, 34 points in 60 games. Now, here's where it got kind of bizarre, ladies and gentlemen. He was named as Boston captain when Bill Schmidt decided to retire prior to the 54-55 season. So a lot of people are saying, he probably might be a Bruin for life. However, this is what happened. He was traded in the 55 off season in a 9-player deal, which was the largest in NHL history, which sent him to the Detroit Red Wings. Now, after playing 4 games in Detroit, the Wings maybe saw enough in him and dealt him to the Chicago Blackhawks, where he finished out the season before retiring. Now, the thing is about that trade, I read about it before, it was not uncommon for players that were captains to be traded. Now, over the years, we saw like the Mike Keane deal and stuff like that. So just to recap the 2 trades, ladies and gentlemen. Detroit got Gilles Boisvert, Riel Chevrefis, Norm Corcoran, Warren Godfrey, and Ed for Marcel Bonin, Lauren Davis, Terry Sawchuk, and Vic Stasiak. So that was a big trade, and I think Boston got the best of that trade. No, and the great Metro Prestal was traded for Ed Sandford from Chicago. Metro was a very, very well-respected player. Now, if I'm not mistaken, ladies and gentlemen, let's look at Metro. Metro had played a number of seasons in the NHL. Biggest campaign, of course, for him was 29 goals. So Ed was getting traded for some top flight players, but Stasiak and Bonin and all that, some great players there. Of course, he didn't stay. Marcel went over to Montreal Canadiens, won a few cups. So a legendary trade, like I said, one of the biggest of all time. And I think it might have been a contract dump. I don't know why a captain for Bruins would be traded, unless again there was just basically a youth moment or whatever. Now, despite being traded for many years after his retirement, he served in various off-ice capacities for the Bruins, including, get this, as a goal judge, an official scorer, and eventually a supervisor of off-ice officials, which basically means he was doing everything to make sure the game ran smoothly, sort of like a main cop, like a captain of the Bruins, like from the off-ice. Now, he also became a curling enthusiast after his playing days and became one of the first players on the Bruins' first alumni team. Now, again, the 2001, when that Society for International Hockey Research looked at the stats, they determined again that 53 Conley Smythe would have definitely went to him because on-ice perseverance, not only the goals, just the impact of Boston, building and strength, because in previous campaigns, Boston was not sniffing much towards the cup. So final NHL totals, very, very, very positive. 502 games, 106 assists, 106 goals, 145 assists, 251 points, 355 minutes in penalties. In the playoffs, again, 42 games, 13 goals, and of course those 8 big goals in 1953. Now, 52-53, again, a very, very strong season. Now, I'm sorry, but I made a little mistake. Montreal Canadiens won the cup that year. I was thinking 52. I apologize because Detroit was quite strong. And just to recap, ladies and gentlemen, in the playoffs, Montreal won the opening game. Boston tied it up. Then Montreal won 3-0, 7-3, and 1-0. And 1-0. So it was well fought. Boston knocked off Detroit in 6 games. He and his teammates lost the opening game 7-0, but won 5-3, 2-1, and 6-2. Lost 6-4 to Detroit, and then in Game 5, and then won 4-2. Anyway, a very high-scoring series. One of the most exciting series ever between Boston and Detroit. Detroit was a Stanley Cup dominant team, so for Boston to knock off. But I think, as we like to say, what happened with Chicago-Montreal series, Chicago was favored to win, but Montreal came up with that big win in Game 6, 3-0 at Chicago Stadium, and winning Game 7. So a lot of thrills and chills in that series. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you like what we're doing with our Vintage Boston Bruins podcast, let us know. Give us a like, comment, and subscribe. And you got to understand, every captain of the Boston Bruins through the years has his own individual story. And this is quite interesting. Biggest trade of all time, unofficial Connie Smythe winner for 53, and within a hair's breadth of a Stanley Cup for Boston in the 50s, where Detroit and Montreal and Toronto, of course, were quite strong. So they were overachieving a little bit. So thanks for listening. Bye.